Okay, so over under pass to rooms in the bottom. So 17 steps in this one. So from our position, say well there's only 13 in the double under, you know. So this is the next pass you want to learn. So say Tyrone's in the supine position where he's got his back in the mat. 1, I don't go past the toe line or he has connection. So, and remembering the 5 concepts that we talked about: forward guard, passing, not letting, or getting his feet pointing away from me, his knees, control the hips, control the head. We should be doing all those things on each one of these basic fundamental passes. So from our position, 1, I enter the toe line. 2, I want to make a grip on the outside of the pants with my left hand. Now it's illegal to grab fingers inside in Jiu-Jitsu, not just because it's illegal, but you know, if Tyrone kicked out, I could damage my fingers from here, so there's a reason for not gripping fingers on the inside of the pants. So I'm going to make this grip, but obviously in the process of me making this grip, Tyrone could be like circling his foot, you know, as in a circle. Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to grab his leg, just keep circling your foot. Yeah, you know, rather than trying to catch this damn thing. So the process that Danaher uses is a slap and catch. So he enters first, he slaps the foot to make the catch, if that makes sense. Then he has the grip, then he stuffs it, puts the hand on the inside, cuts a slight angle, pushes this down and pinches it between his knees. So that first concept of pinning an ankle. From here, this hand is coming underneath. I'm going to grab the belt. And from this position here, I want to put my chin over my fist. So as my chin comes down, I'm going to tripod my arse in the air, so you make that connection. But I turn my hip down so I have a low hip and a high hip. Okay, now already Tyrone will be making frames and starting to push me and all that stuff. So now the second concept is I want to make a bite. I need to control his knee, this knee, because I haven't really got a good control of it now. So I'm going to start walking this way, and watch what I'm doing with my left hand. I'm actually going to walk my left knee over so my hip controls the knee, and then I let go of the pants and I'll start shelving. I'm going to start to walk his knee back towards the center line. And now from this position, again, he'll probably be trying to like hook my leg here. Perfect. From there, I'm just going to lift this leg over and make a wedge underneath his butt. Now he can reach through. You get the cross face. Control the hip. Again, his goal is to try and turn into me. So anytime he does, I'm just following him. And then when the moment's right, I'm in the side control. So, let's look at that again. So, from our position, I never want to, exact same as the double under, I don't want to pass his toe line. So the first thing I'm going to look at is 1, don't pass the toe line. 2, I'm going to use a slap and catch to make that grip. 3, my hand grabs the pants. 4, I cut an angle. 5, I push this down and pinch it with my knees. 6, I control the far hip. 7, from there I bring my chin to my fist and I tripod my arse in the air. 8, I make asymmetric hips, so I have one hip higher and one hip lower. 9, I'm going to get my hip over his knee, so I just keep walking until my hip controls his knee. Now I want to get his knees facing away from me, so 10, I walk him back to the center line. Also I'm shelving 11 with this form. I've actually let go of the hand grip. Okay, so Tyrone's probably still going to be hanging on to that, so 12, I'm just going to back step and make a wedge, 13 underneath his hips. So 14, from here, he's pushing. I'm going to swim inside and grab the collar. 15, this elbow comes and blocks the far hip. Now he's going to try and turn into me, and I'm just going to walk with him. 16 and then 17. I walk into side control. So just go over that little detail about when I move from the pant grip to the shelf. So from the toe line, okay, I don't go past the toes. I use a slap and catch. I push it down, I grab the knee, I cut an angle, and now from there I pinch with my knees. This controls the far hip and I make a grip. And now from there, you know, if I stay here, Tyrone can lift this leg back over and start to get guard retention, so I need to really be able to control this. The only way to do that is to make Tyrone carry my weight. So from this position, I'm going to tripod my arse in the air and put my chin on my fist. Now I need to put weight on that leg that I'm trying to shelve, so I use asymmetric hips. And I have one hip higher, one hip lower. Now as I start to walk to my left knee is going to come over, so my hip controls the knee. Now I can let go. It doesn't matter, you can try and hook and do all that stuff, doesn't really matter. Now I can let go of the pants, and that comes under the hamstring. Now I walk, yeah, make that hook again with your leg, doesn't really matter. So from there I'm going to walk his knees back towards the centre line. Yeah, do your stuff. And now from there I'll just back step with this and make a wedge. Try to move your hips, do your stuff. This reaches through, finds the collar. This comes over, move, right, and then the side control. So, out of all the passes we're going to look at, we'll get another angle on this, probably here. Out of all the passes we're going to look at, this is probably the only one that stands alone in itself. You don't need to use it in combination with all the other passes. You can, I mean, double under and over under, pair off really, really well, but if you become a master of this pass, it can stand alone. My coach Wacky, this pass used to be nicknamed the ass pass, and right up to purple belt, this is really the only pass that he ever really did. So 1, I don't pass the toe line. 2, I slap and catch and make that grip. 3, grip on the pants on the inside. 4, cut an angle. 5, stuff the foot. 6, pinch my knees. 7, control the far hip. 8, put pressure on Tyrone by lifting my hips and getting my ass off the mat. 9, chin over fist. 10, asymmetric hips. 11, I walk my hip over the knee and shelf. 12, walk his leg back towards the center line. 13, back step. 14, make a wedge. 15, get head control. 16, control the hip. Try to move, bro. Follow him. And when the moment's right, 17, I move into side control with a cross face and an underhook. That's it in a nutshell, bro. Is that all? Just do it exactly like that.